Today was going to be a big day for me. I told you all week, geez, I want to go to Ohio. I want to drive Oso Pine, but I don't want to be a detriment to any of my partners when it comes to Oso Pine. If I can help, I'll be there in a heartbeat. You know that. Today I was down to drive two horses in the qualifiers, two that had made multiple breaks, Delcrest Star Angel and Just a Tad. Two horses that can really, really pull. And I didn't know what I'd be able to do. When does my hand get tired? Can I negotiate these horses? Can I sit behind them? I knew I wasn't going to get in trouble in the qualifiers. Just move them over and away you go. But I wanted to test myself today, and I appreciate it. I got a lot of notes from a lot of people saying, take your time, take your time. You know, you don't end up with arthritis like me when I'm 70. And I got a broken arm. Broken elbow. There's a good chance I'm going to end up with arthritis, and like everybody else that feels it in the cold and in the rain, and when they get older, I'm just going to have to deal with it. And I talked to my physiotherapist, and he said, you know, I can't recommend you drive, but I don't think you're doing any more harm to yourself unless you get in trouble with one of these horses. He doesn't actually understand. You know, I showed him the accident, I showed him a race, but he doesn't actually understand what goes on the track. And he said there seems to be a lot of moving parts. There's no consistency, so obviously you're obviously always can potentially be in jeopardy. And he said, I know that you're a professional driver. Just be aware. It's not strong. 6.5 weeks since you broke your wrist and your elbow, and I'm aware of that. So I warmed up just a tad. It felt okay. I raced him, kept him trotting. Kept him on the outside out of harm's way. I think the shoes that we had to put on just a tad to help those quarter cracks are causing him to interfere more, which probably played a big role in him making breaks. He did make one this morning, 2 minutes last half, 58 last quarter, 29-3. Looked good. Back in this next is the 6th qualifier, Delcrest Star Angel. She can really pull, and she makes breaks, so it's not like I can just be safe. I have to be smart with her. And I got away at the back. She behaved herself. She sat. She was closing on the end of it. She did something she hasn't done very often, passed a horse and was flying on the end of it. Biggest last quarter of her life, 28-1, mile and 59. She looked really good, but most importantly for me, I felt really good. I felt that I could control her. I sat her in behind. I think Mario was in front of me with a horse. I sat her in behind. Now the brace that I have that I race on, this thing, it's got 2 pieces of plastic in it also. So when I put my hand through the handhold, it gives a lot of support. And then if I feel good throughout the mile, I just kind of drop my fingers down into the handhold, and it worked great. So I think unless I wake up tomorrow really sore, I think I am going to be heading to Ohio Friday night. And we entered a lot of horses in Peterborough, Kawartha Downs. Haven't been there in 2-3 years. Did a lot of driving there when I was young. Be nice to get back there, and we have 4 or 5 entered for Saturday night. Can I drive 4 or 5? Can I drive Sunshine in the way she can hook on? I don't know. So that's it. It was a great day for me. The qualifiers went really, really well. Most importantly, many of you didn't know this, we had 9 babies over to school today. Had to keep some tight. The race office called and said, geez, they thought they could get Sebastian Yu and Knockdown Dragout in together, so we were training them up a little bit. Then we took 9 over to the schoolers. Now, I have a video of the entire schooler. I don't know if Kelly can take that from my Kirby shot the video. The horses look good. Bendover made a break, but I think they had Bendover's hobbles a little long after Daniel Dubé saying they were too short, and Brett McDonald went with them. Maybe he doesn't know him that well. Anyway, I'm going to give that a write-off. Not a big deal. Ben will be fine. Nancy Allison was a little rowdy. You can see that Chris Christoforou went with her. I couldn't go. I had a physio appointment. I had to leave right after the qualifiers. Chris Christoforou went with Nancy Allison. There have been some reports there might have been some poo-poo in his pants. And Nancy can really hook on, too. So Nancy Allison was a little bit all over the track, but got a good, clean mile into her. SusieK was back a little bit also. Jonathan Drury was just easy with her. So I'll give you the highlights of who was awesome. Compass Road, I don't have an official time, so I'm not going to give you. I'm going to say it's around 2-1, 2-2, somewhere around there. Compass Rose DC beat Spend That Money. Whacked it out. James was obviously conservative with Spend That Money down the lane. They finished right together. But Compass Rose DC, in the video I saw, beat her fair and square. Spend That Money was second. Huge, huge third place finish. Sometimes things happen. right with them. Jody said he's a little green. He said, I said, Jody, that colt had no business being in with those two fillies. He's never ever been able to go with that type. And he said, no, he was really good. So sometimes things happen, come to life right at the right time. Crazy Mission was fourth. Now, Emerald Miss was on the outside fifth, but I told Mario, I entered her for Kawartha Downs on Saturday. Don't go a fast mile with her. He went 2.5 off a half and 6 or 7. So they must have went 2.3, I guess. He said she was very, very good. Said her feet are hurting her a little bit. We're going to put some razor pads on her because I suspect Kawartha Downs going to be a little hard on Saturday night. We're going to put a little set of razor pads on her up front. Amo Hanover was right there also. Looked very, very good. SusieK was fine. And then Nancy Allison and Bend Over. Nancy didn't make a break, but looks like she might have put a little scare into Chris. But she got a good mile into her nevertheless. And Bend Over made a break. So a great day for me, a great day for the babies. We're going to have a lot of them qualifying, re-qualifying on Saturday and Friday. I don't know the makeup of how they do them. They're back to saying trotters and pacers now. Before it was fillies and colts. I thought fillies and colts made sense. But now they're saying trotters and pacers. So I think trotters Friday, pacers Saturday. I believe I am going to go with some trotters on Friday. And then I'm going to get in a car, have a couple of driving buddies with me. We're going to drive right to Columbus. I'm going to get there probably in enough time to drive Oh Pine and get right back in the car and come right back home to drive Saturday morning in the schoolers and then right to Kawartha Downs Saturday night. We are going to have 5, I believe, 4 if not 5 in a Kawartha Downs. For those of you wondering where Harness AM's going, she's going to Sarnia Saturday night with Danny O'Brien. Harness AM and Excellent Nation will go there. I went with him this morning training. My God almighty, he felt like a nice horse. I don't remember him looking that good. He looked awesome. And then Sunday we'll probably have a couple, maybe just for me and you, and a couple in to race at Georgian Downs. Anyway, that's today. It was a great day for me. I just got done physiotherapy. He said I got at least 10 or more degrees back in my range of motion in my bad wrist. Long way to go yet, but a great start. I feel great. I couldn't drive two horses that pull more than the ones I went with today, and it was a great feeling. Great for me because it gave me some confidence and gave me some more life, and good to get the horses off the list also. So a great day for us, all of us, especially me, and a good day for the babies. Lots underway. I'm waiting with bated breath also to see, did Knockdown drag out and Sebastian New get in Friday night? It's nip and tuck. They're right down to the wire. They said they didn't know. They had 6 entries, I believe. So we'll see later on this afternoon. Talk to you guys soon. Hope you had a great day. I did. Take care.